Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. Wow. Hump day. And it's been a hump day for sure. Um, Let me start off with saying that I have to admit I'm wrong about something. And here's the thing. If you're a grown-ass man and you make a mistake, you admit your mistakes and you move on. It's the best thing that you can do. And I was wrong because I thought 2 weeks from today that the Dallas Cowboys go to Oxnard. I was wrong. It's actually 13 days from today because they actually go to Oxnard on Tuesday, get themselves set up on Wednesday, and then Thursday, 2 weeks from tomorrow, have their first practices. We talk about practice. Not a game now. We talk about practice. Yeah, it's that soon. It's that soon, guys. For me, I went to the therapist today and bam, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I had meniscus surgery on that knee. Today, I was doing squats, heavyweight squats. I was squatting myself up and down. No weights, just my fat ass. That's a lot of weight, though. And my legs are sore because I'm a lot of weight. I love coming out here feeding the fishies. I'm just glad I'm not fed to the fishies, okay? We're trying to run a business here. Dell came through, Dell Computers, and took care of my Alienware. See, Dell Computers bought Alienware gaming computers. I have an Alienware, called them on Sunday. They ordered the parts and were here and fixed it today. They fixed it in my house. That's some crazy shit. I still can't believe it. Shout out to Dell. So we got that squared away. We got my knee taken care of. And we got hump day in the book, so it's downhill to the weekend. Come to find out, the CSA show, not only is Drew Pearson going to be there, no. We've got Tony Dorsett going to be there. What? Then we got Randy White was added, and Tony Hill. Thrill Hill. Dude, that's Cowboys royalty that's going to be there. And I'm going to be there with Joe Boo shirts, getting some autographs. You damn right I'm getting some autographs. I'm getting some autographs. And I'm going to give them to some of you guys out there because that's the way we roll. And so as we get ready to go to the training camp here, we have added a lot of pieces. And there's no guarantee that any of these pieces are going to work. There isn't. The crazy thing about the NFL is you can look at all the data that you want and you can say, man, this is going to be how it's going to be. This time last year, everybody was, talking about the 49ers. Oh my God, 49ers, they were just in the Super Bowl. They were close. They're going back. As everybody was talking about the schedule, they were talking about, they got to play the 49ers and they're going to lose on that one. And what happened? 49ers were ass. 49ers had a lot of injuries. 49ers quarterback was not good. And you can look at a guy like, say, Josh Rosen, who seemed like he was one of the best prospects in the draft, and he's now a journeyman a couple years in. He has been all over the place, almost like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Don't get me started on this, everybody. This new found hype on Ryan Fitzpatrick and things. But you can look at the data that was out at the time and the reports on Dak Prescott, and he looked at career backup. And here it is. He got more guaranteed money than anybody else. It's football. You don't really know what you don't know. Here you go, fishy. And sometimes the moves that you make or don't make seem to be the right ones, but not in the time. Cowboys have made some terrible trades in the past. You think about Joey Galloway from the Seattle Seahawks. 2 number ones, and it was ass. You think about Roy Williams, the first and some other picks. Didn't pan out. Now for the Cowboys, what was crazy for me was I was watching a show earlier today on Discovery Channel, engineering nightmares or disasters or engineering screw-ups. That's what it was. And they had like these trains in France that somebody gave the wrong measurements when they built these high-speed trains because they were 1 inch too wide, which meant they didn't fit in the subway stations. So they go through all the subway stations and cut 1 inch off of the platforms. They had another one that was in Chile, maybe? Oh no, Mexico, that they ended up having the wheel space too long for the trains. So when they tried to go around the turns, they bound up too much. The funny thing about it was when they were trying to get answers to the questions, nobody wanted to talk about it. Everybody knew it's messed up. It's a mess. We screwed up. We got to do something different, but we don't want to tell everybody that we made a mistake. And see, the Cowboys have understood that they've got a problem for safety for years. It's not like all of a sudden this year we realize we got a problem at safety. This is a problem that they realize they've had for a long time, but the question is how do you fix the fuck up? They realize that they haven't had a great safety since Darren Woodson, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Cowboys all-time leading tackler. They tried to fix the problem with Earl Thomas. I remember back in 2018 that the Cowboys, when I was there at the draft, were trying to trade for him and had offered up to a number 2 pick. Seattle didn't bite on it. Had they taken that number 2 pick, Connor Williams wouldn't be here now. Earl Thomas would be, and maybe Earl Thomas would already be gone. And whether you're a Connor Williams fan or not, Connor Williams actually last year was our most consistent offensive lineman. In fact, was the only guy who played through the whole season. And still is a very productive player. You would have given him up for Earl Thomas, and who knows how well Earl Thomas would have been if Earl Thomas would have been in the situation that he is in now and having been out of football already. Connor Williams is still playing. Right, Fishy? So they tried to get him twice, but Seattle wanted too much. We're talking about number 1, it's just too much for an aging safety that had been injured. Enter Jamel Adams. And we had heard that the Cowboys that were trying to get him. And the Jets wanted a number 1 and a starter. They wanted a number 1 in Zach Martin. No freaking way. Sorry. Not going to happen. And then we had heard a number 1 in Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup, who interestingly enough, it seems like is the guy who trading him will be the cure-all for everything that is the Dallas Cowboys. Stop trying to trade Michael Gallup. I want to keep him. He eventually went to the Seattle Seahawks for 2 number 1s. So think about this for a second. Sometimes the moves you make or don't make are the right moves. And I say not making that move for Jamel Adams was definitely the right move. Because right now, you look at Micah Parsons. Had you made the move for Jamel Adams, conceivably, Micah Parsons wouldn't be here. As well as whoever we pick in the first round next year. On top of that, because I know some of you are probably saying, yeah, but you would have had Jamel Adams here this year. And Seattle had Jamel Adams, who had 9.5 sacks last year. Freaking amazing, incredible, off the chain. But here's the thing. Seattle's defense was still terrible last year. Seattle's defense was almost as bad as ours was. So now, you don't have Micah Parsons, you don't have a number 1 next year. We understand, like, without having that number 1, our highest draft pick one year was Tristan Hill, who is on the bubble right now. He was a late 2nd round pick, and conceivably, that's where we would end up being next year had we made that move. But more importantly here's the other side of the equation. Seattle now having given up 2 number 1s. 2. They're knee deep. Jamel Adams is holding that over their head. He's still trying to get a new contract. And apparently is playing hardball with them because he wants to be not only the highest paid safety, he wants to be one of the highest paid defenders in the NFL. Highest paid safety right now is $15.5 million. And knowing that Seattle gave up 2 number ones, he knows that they're going to want to keep him. He's not trying to do a team-friendly deal. He's not trying to say, I care about winning a Super Bowl, so I'm going to leave some money on the table. He's like, I'm going to get paid. So you're looking at him looking for north of $20 million. Now, the Dallas Cowboys really dodged the bullet because we don't have the money for that. At the moment, we have $5 million. So understand, had we made that move for Jamel Adams, not only would we not have Micah Parsons and the number 1 pick next year, we'd also need to come up with about another $15 million on our salary cap right now, which means more than likely you're going to have to either restructure the hell out of somebody's contract or let go some more of the players that you have on the team. Because Micah Parsons, his deal is for the next 4 to 5 years, depending on if you take the 50-year option. He's dirt cheap. He's young and trying to get that second contract. As opposed to Jamel Adams, hey, I'm trying to get paid right now. Cowboys truly made the right decision on not trading for Jamel Adams. And one final note on this, it seems like teams that are on the receiving end of the picks do better on these things than the teams that are going out and trying to get one player. Case in point, Herschel Walker trade. I'm not sure without the Herschel Walker trade that the Dallas Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls in those 4 years. You can look at the moves for Carson Wentz, where the Eagles moved up to get him. I dare say, looking a few years later, the Browns are in better shape. The Jets making their move for Sam Darnold. I believe it was the Titans they traded with. I look at how the team with the Titans is right now. They're in better shape. I can look at, did I say Cleveland? I'm sorry. The Rams traded with the Titans. The Titans, I look at and say they're in better shape than the Rams are. But I could be wrong. They're still both good. It was, the Eagles trading with the Browns. The Browns' cupboards are well stocked. The Eagles, well, they're ass. They're ass. So I'm actually happy we didn't give up all that. And good luck, Seattle, with that one. The one final note I'm going to have on here is I'm so happy that the whole Aaron Rodgers thing is going crazy. I love it 100% because I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. And it really helps the Dallas Cowboys because, well, let's face it, them having problems, is one team that will definitely having problems that we have to worry about in the NFC. I'm Mark Holmes, and thank you as always for being part of the Jobu Sports Report. I'll see you later.